What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Blerd It Out. Now, One Piece is on break this week, so we're not going to have a chapter review. Instead, we're going to talk about a few things, do a few discussions, and get out of here kind of early. On the docket, we're going to talk about the anime, which just came back. We're going to talk about the live action, which just wrapped up. And then some One Piece announcements. We got Wit, we got Lego, we got Popeyes. And we also want to talk about a little bit of Invincible, and Big Dog Wistoria is back. So we got a nice set of things to talk about. If you're looking for the last episode where we talked about 1179, one of the tracks in that episode got blocked on Spotify. So I'm not entirely sure where it's available, where it's not available. For now, go to YouTube, Blerd Out Podcast, and you'll be able to watch the episode there. I'm going to try and get it back up on Spotify and everywhere else as well, but that might take a little bit of time. So let's get into the anime a little bit, because we are back. One Piece has dropped an episode after 3 months on hiatus, and let me tell you, it feels good to be back. So in case you were unaware of the new format for One Piece going forward, it's no longer going to be a weekly or even, bi-weekly, however they want to take breaks and everything. It's now going to be seasonal. You get one season per year, and each season is supposed to have around 26 episodes with 2 cores. So usually kind of split in half, 13, 13, or how many ever episodes around that time they're going to do. We are still adapting 1 chapter per episode, which is about the norm. I think 1 chapter per episode was the top limit. Sometimes they're doing like half a chapter with a lot of bad pacing. So we're really hoping to see some decent pacing here. But the biggest thing about the anime right now is that we have new sound effects. A lot of people were complaining that we were using these really outdated sound effects back from when Dragon Ball was popping, and it's like, this is a new era. We need new sounds, new effects. We have that, and they sound fantastic. The animation's clean. We have new eye catchers. Like we got a really good refresh on the anime. I think the only thing we could ask for now is more coverage per episode. So like instead of 1 chapter, it's 1.5. Instead of 1, it's 2. Something like that. But I think for that to happen, One Piece would have to take probably another 6-month break. It would have to be gone for a while to give the manga time to really get far ahead so that the anime can kind of dish out those episodes. And speaking of the One Piece anime, we got some info from the Wit remake side of things. And I mean, it's mostly just like a spoiler animation. We're kind of getting some of the character designs, a few of the samples that we're going to be seeing in the remake. I know a lot of people were wondering because we didn't get anything about it back at Jump Festa. So we were like, what's going on with the Wit remake? So it's still in process, it's still going on. They're still planning on having really tight pacing. They're still planning on, it just being a really condensed version of One Piece. But no major news coming out for that, just that it's still in process. And they put out a trailer that has like some of the designs, and it's not like a trailer of animation, it's literally just like character designs. So nothing major there, just a little update to keep us satiated. And let's jump out of animation into live action. So season 2 wrapped up. I really enjoyed season 2. I think there were some things that were hit and miss for me in season 2. Again, I feel like Luffy, as far as like the character in the live action, is one of the weaker points. Just because of how they're doing Luffy's character, I think they're leaning into it a bit too hard. And Luffy is really the only one where they lean into what his character is supposed to be in the anime really hard in the live action. Everyone else is like, I don't want to say a toned down version, but like an adjacent version of themselves, where they still have the same character traits, but they're not as prominent in the live action. They're more human, which is what to say because they're all humans, but there's more of like a down to earth element to it that they have. Even with that being said, I think it was still fantastic. The Chopper, Dr. Hirluck stuff, absolutely fantastic. I think they did Chopper really well. I think the entire backstory was done well. I'm surprised that they cut it a little bit because we don't get to see like Dr. Hirluck shooting a Chopper or Chopper like intentionally hurting himself to kind of get Dr. Hirluck to open the door. Some of the harder hitting pieces, which honestly I think those are, I don't want to say necessary, those are really impactful for Chopper's backstory. So I am kind of sad to see that they didn't include those. I can understand some reasons why they wouldn't, but I think just in general, that's really important stuff. Otherwise, the acting was phenomenal. Like, I love Vivi, Mr. 3, really hammy. I love that. I like the humor they put into like Mr. 5, Miss Valentine's Day. I think they just did a fantastic job. Like, the casting is done so well. The acting is really great. Again, I wish we had more time with Buggy. Honestly, I wish we had more time with Nami too, but considering this is the drum arc where she's sick, she's kind of taking a back seat. And honestly, I think Usopp got a lot of shine in this season. I think his entire character came over very well, to the point where we're getting a lot more Usopp fans. Like that's how well he's being portrayed in live action. Like, he's gaining fans. I mean, it's similar to kind of how Buggy was in the first season, where people started to like Buggy a lot more because of the way he was portrayed in season 1. But season 3 is announced for 2027, so we can expect to see that here in the next coming year. And it's going to be all about Alabasta, I believe. I think it's going to be the entire Alabasta arc. We might get some hints of like the Jaya Skypiea stuff, but it's going to be pretty much Alabasta, probably culminating with Crocodile's defeat. You know what? Actually, the end, I could see the end of season 3 having like the Warlord Sengoku meeting. I could see that happening. And again, one of the things that the live action is doing is that they're doing a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of lore drops that really don't come anytime soon. Like, we're talking about God Valley, we're talking about Sun God Nika type stuff in season 2. So like they're trying to set things up, quite possibly because they want to maybe not do the entirety of One Piece, but cover a lot of it in a short amount of time, which I think is very ambitious. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to go over, but I'm here for it. So far, they haven't done us wrong. I'm here for what else they're trying to do. The live action is getting a Lego collab, which is cool. There's a lot of like live action One Piece stuff out now, like toys, like games. They have like figures, but not of like One Piece style characters. It's One Piece live action style characters. Like the live action almost has its own set of merch that's completely separate from the actual anime and manga, which is crazy. Like the traction that One Piece has is going insane. They also have a Popeyes collab coming up on the 13th of April. And you best believe I'm hopping on that as well. But that's really everything One Piece I want to talk about. I want to hit on Invincible a little bit because we are 6 episodes deep on Invincible and things are really popping off. Viltrumite War is full a go. And if you don't know my feelings about Mark, he has been, for the most part, my least favorite character in the show. That is slowly being taken over by Oliver. Mark is moving up a little bit. Oliver is a lot. I feel like he's making a lot of the Mark mistakes, but with an even worse personality and attitude. So I would love to see that mature the way Mark is trying to do now. I'm not entirely sure how it's gonna go. And with how Oliver kind of grows, maybe that's something that gets fast forwarded. Something left to see. I'm more interested in the Coalition. I'm more interested. Man, my boy Thetis, he was throwing hands. As soon as they pulled up, Sinestro was like, yo, where he at? Thetis was like, I'm right here. Hands. No more talking for the rest of the episode. Hands. And it was only hands for Viltrumites. Didn't even touch like the ground lackeys. No troops, nothing. He said, every Viltrumite I see is getting hands. And I don't think he took any hits. Like at most he was like blocking things, but he didn't take like any damage. The only blood he has on him is from Viltrumites. That's how crazy he was going. So he has jumped up my list. He might be one of my favorite characters now, just off that episode alone. And I mean, he's Optimus Prime, so it's hard not to like him, I feel like. I need them to get Tech Jacket home. I don't know why Tech Jacket is here right now. She has done very little, I think, on the side of fighting. I feel like she has a lot of utility, and I'm waiting to see if we're gonna do some weapon incorporation with, like, was it Space Racer? I need something to happen there. Otherwise, it just seems like she's here to be here. I don't understand what Nolan saw in the Gildarians, to which he was like, yeah, they're a threat. There's one of them on Earth. We had to get them included because I'm not seeing it right now. Yes, the tech suit is cool. It's not doing anything for Viltrumites. That's what we need it for. Of course, we got Battle Beast back. He's tearing through things. Alan, I'm like indifferent on Alan. He's cool. But yes, the Viltrumite war is progressing well. The Thrag, I'm not very intimidated by. He kind of just seems like a big child at this point. I know he's strong, like he has to be the regent, but he just seems like a moody baby at times. I don't know. Everyone else around him seems more mature than he is, and he hasn't had a lot of screen time. He just seems like really obsessive, and like it just, I don't know. I'm not feeling what I wanted to feel for Thrag. He doesn't intimidate me or put fear like Conquest does, or like Nolan did. Like there was like just aura with those characters, and Thrag does not have it for now. He may do something in the future that changes my mind, but for now is all right, man, wrap it up. And because we're switching seasons, the new seasons are starting. As far as last season, my favorite I think ended up being Sentenced to Be a Hero, followed very closely by Fate. Those two were my top dogs. I think I left a lot on the plate last season, which is part of the course, but I think outside of me not having time, it was mostly because I was doing the One Piece live action and Invincible, so like I really didn't do as much anime in general. However, this season, Wistoria is back. Wistoria, Wand and Sword is back. If you know me, you know I love that show. It's so good. So I will be doing reactions on it on the main channel, but also that's going to be #1 seasonal. I don't care what else is premiering. That is #1. I know it's gonna be fantastic. I've been waiting for it to come back since I saw the announcement that season 2 was like greenlit. So I'm so hyped. They dropped the recap episode and I was like panicking for a second. I was like, no way. I know it's supposed to be back on the 12th. It can't be back already. But yeah, the recap is out in case you need to catch up. I suggest anybody who has not seen Wistoria and wants a really solid watch this season, go catch that recap. And if you're really intrigued by the recap, try catching some of the first episodes before you dip into season 2. Such a good watch. But that's going to do it for this episode. Like I said, it's going to be a short one. We're on break. We will dive back into things next week. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.